came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to. It's dark, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to doubt, it's clear to see. All eyes on me for 100 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy, does it. In public, hate it or love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Juicy, keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies them getting paid for. Never take a loss on my head.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Toronto Thunderbirds and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Buying time to his left. And his first look is incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Ross on the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But thankfully, this is corralled by the offense, so they will, in fact, hold on to the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
They'll drop the throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bell. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on first down. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. They'll try and run it in with Bell. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Here's Bell, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Returning it, John Ross. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down. Here's Mixon. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Black. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Prater. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. This is Bell on the dump off. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big gain of 39 on 3rd.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
4 down, 4 down. Leopard!
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Gone.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And with flags down, he's up near the 40. But it looks like this one might be coming back. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On the toss, Mixon. And he'll get this up only to about the 22. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Back to throw here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Gone!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll set up a throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darqueze Dennard. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct, and what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Here's Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And that is nope. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall,
Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
4 down, check. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Jordan Willis in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon, and he showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Once again, they run with Mixon, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. The 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Watching that, Marty!
On third down, Mixon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are able to strike for 6. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
But he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
And the Steelers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now here's Ross. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Gone! 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 Gone!
Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now in Lambeau. The gap has widened there. The Packers have scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And they'll go on the ground. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Gone, gone, gone.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw again. Escaping the pressure. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Corn Elder.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Now Ross to return. And an alley to run. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward.
Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now 2nd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They're going to look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll look to throw here. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, were they about 95% chance of winning it?
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Detroit!
And the pitch goes to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Green 39! Green 39!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Give him 30 yards there. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Carl Lawson in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Gone.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. Got him in. It's Brown. A good pickup there. 26 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Hurry up, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
No. Check. Patriot. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Gone.
Looking to throw. And James has it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They'll look to throw. Pass incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's a give to Mixon. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will...
Pulling up in that new toy, the wrist on that boy, rock star like Pink Floyd, waving at rude boy, I'm waving at you boy, ran off on the two like True Goy, imagine me do boy.